Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Command Combat Battle Reports. Today we have Shogun2 Total War. And what we've got over here is the Josei, almost said forest, versus the Nagoka. Now, forgive me if I mispronounce names, especially because it's all Japanese. I will probably be mispronouncing them quite a bit. It's a pretty foggy day. The Josei, as I'm going to be calling them, let's see what the position is. They have a whole big long thing of line. And, with Shogunate infantry, and they're putting up their parrot guns, and they're backed up by some Bokachi and United States Marines, probably in support. Over here in the woods, they're moving up some Katanikachi, probably in ambush. And moving up some Gatling guns to try to go in the front. Alright, we got some sharpshooters over here, sneaking up on the side, and Kisho Ninja. So they're going to probably try to funnel the enemy into this big open field in the middle, and kind of get them with a claw. On the Nogaka side, you got the Matchlock Kachi, some Boki behind them. Matchlock, I'm not sure quite what they're doing. Matchlock, they're usually you put some of those matchlocks at the front, not to be mixed up with Matlock or Matlock. Some katanas behind. It just seems like they're really mixed up. They're probably trying to create a formation, but they're sort of switching it up from what they had originally. They're doing a general advance, and they might be just walking right into the Josei trap. I'm not quite sure. Let's see what happens. It's Carbine cavalry of the Josei moving up there on the side. Oh, it looks like they're going up to support the sharpshooters in the woods. I'm not sure if they're an ambush. Clearly the ninja are. That's the whole idea of them. But I don't know if the Nogaka know about the sharpshooters up there or not. They're definitely moving a lot of cavalry around here. They might have spotted some of them, and that's why they're kind of rushing in there with a lot of hand-to-hand troops. Now it's an interesting. The Boki are kind of running right into the middle of this, and the sharpshooters up front are just knocking them down. Oh, they ran up there to shoot their bows and arrows, but they're just getting hit on all sides. Now they're coming up here to try to take on the parrot guns, and just getting hit by everything around there. Oh, meanwhile, well, maybe that was a distracting thing to go in the front while these guys come around the side, around the flank. Yariki, just really in force, and now they're going to be hitting them in the flank. This player was probably concentrating on the front. That was probably the strategy, was to get the player to look over here, and sometimes when you're looking over here, you don't see what's happening in the flank. That was very clever. Look at that. They're tying up the flanking cavalry while coming, or the cavalry that was protecting the flank while coming around running on the flank. The Ariki are now moving to protect. But wow, this is going to become a battle in the rear of the Josei. And down here in the woods. Well, meanwhile, let's see what's happening on the big picture here. So yeah, this flank is just completely getting swiped by the Nagaka. While meanwhile, the front isn't really doing a heck of a lot. They keep trying to get through to these cannons. Oh, they might have gotten through. They might have actually just caused them to retreat. Yeah, they sacrifice themselves, but it's kind of like in chess where they are sacrificing their knights for something a little bit more, and they certainly have done. Oh well, actually, they haven't completely wiped them out yet. They still at least have one cannon left, which the Nagaka are really trying to get at. And I don't blame them. I mean, when you have that rifled artillery, you can just sit back there, guard your artillery, and knock them down all day. Now we have an interesting battle here of bows versus guns. Sometimes those flaming arrows can just be It's frightening.
Sir, I fear your general is in mortal peril, sir.
Oh, and there we go. We got some bowmen on this side as well. Are they shooting flaming arrows? No, they're just firing at them, and they're not terrorizing them quite as much. Oh, and looks like the Josei are moving up to try to take out some of these guys. Some of the bowmen. They got tired of being hit with flaming arrows.
Your general has fallen. The men need a leader, sir.
So throughout that push, it looked like the Nogaki, the Nagaoka, that's probably how you pronounce it, managed to push forward on their right, the Josei left. And sometimes that's what happens when you play the old world, is you just have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until you manage to get through, even if you're getting shot down a lot. The truth is, once you get in close, you're so much stronger than your enemy. And look at this Shogun versus this guy here. Oh, it's 2 against 1 now. Yeah, and you see the samurai typically win once you get into hand-to-hand. Yeah, and you're seeing almost every fight here that we see between riflemen and samurai. The samurai are winning. Oh, well, there was one. One samurai taken down. There's one guy holding off several samurai. That's pretty impressive until he's knocked back into a horse, and there he goes. And the horse goes down. So let's take a look at the big picture. It looks like the Nagaoka are managing to push their way through, and a lot of the Josei are wavering. In fact, I don't even see that artillery in there anymore. Let's see how things are going over here on this right side. The attack really took place mostly on the left side, and the Josei still have quite a bit on their right, but there isn't much of a battle happening anymore.
Your men are routing, sir.
Yeah, the rest of their line has been routing, so it looks like even these guys who were hardly touched are probably going to rout. Yeah, and there they go. Josei have pretty much been wiped off the field. The Nagaoka are just pressing forward on all fronts. And that's it. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Watch us on Facebook, Twitter, all that sort of thing, and CommandCombatReports.com. Happy gaming, everybody!